So a lot of people have been asking me, Mark, why do you spend your time making YouTube videos for 10 people instead of focusing on your engineering career? And by a lot of people, I mean absolutely nobody, but I thought this would be an interesting video to make in case you're an engineer thinking of starting a YouTube channel, or really if you're anyone thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Anyway, let's jump into reason number one of why I have a YouTube channel as an engineer, and that is because I'm not exactly sure of what I want to do with my life. I'm currently 22 years old. Actually, by the time this video is released, I may be 23, and I'm currently an engineer in the automotive industry. I have been for a little over a year and a half now, and I've been working from home for a little over a year. Working from home is something that I want to continue doing. I like to work from home more than the job itself sometimes, and I work for a company, so I don't always have the last word on whether or not I can actually work from home. And I don't mean it to sound like I don't like my job. I enjoy it for the most part, and even though I still don't know exactly what I want to do, I just started with something, and that something was this YouTube channel. It hasn't been going great. I'm not sure how long I'll do it for, but I don't want to be that guy that just tries something, doesn't see any progress, then goes on to try something else, and then just keeps jumping from thing to thing without giving it much time and never really going anywhere with either of them. I'm giving it some time. I've been on YouTube for a little over a year now. I guess it's not long. What do you consider how long other people have been on here? But like I said, I want to give it some time to have the chance to turn into something. And I'm also learning and having fun for the most part. I still think of quitting a lot, actually probably every day, but I guess that's just part of doing your own thing, I guess. This YouTube channel has also helped me with my communication skills. They're still not the greatest, but they've improved, believe it or not. One thing I will say for those of you that are thinking of starting a YouTube channel is that I didn't think it was going to be as tough as it is to grow. There are over 55 videos on my channel, but I've actually made closer to 85. But a lot of them are on private because I sort of changed the direction I wanted my channel to go, and those other videos didn't align with it, so I put them on private for YouTube reasons. The second reason I have my YouTube channel is to help young people be smarter with their money. I'm gonna be honest, I started this channel mostly as a way to make money, but it's turned into more than that. I guess if you want to start a YouTube channel, it's gonna have to be more than that too. It should not just be for the money, because there will be a long time where you make absolutely nothing or close to nothing. Maybe you'll be better than I am, but I actually lose money every single month. I buy an editing software, I've bought some equipment, and I don't see any money coming in. Maybe you'll be a lot better at this YouTube thing than I am, but that is just something to consider. There will be long periods of time where you don't make any money, and you're gonna need more than just the thought of making money to keep you going during a lot of times. And the reason I target people my age is because it's more personal to me, and because we can all be rich when we're a lot older, because it's really easy to do. We don't need that much money when we start young because we have the power of time on our side. Time is really powerful when it comes to building wealth. It takes a long time, but when you're in your 20s, you have a lot of time. There is a YouTube channel that I watch a lot, and I recommend you guys check them out. It's called The Money Guy Show. They have this free PDF thing on their website where they show you how many dollars you need to save a month to be a millionaire at 65, depending on what age you are. Now, if I start at 22, which I guess I did, I'd have to invest about $117 a month to have $1 million by the age of 65. I think everyone can easily find a way to invest about $117 a month. Now, if I did the math correctly, there are about 516 months from 22 to 65, and at $117 a month, that will be about $60,000 of your own money. And so for $60,000 of your own money to turn into $1 million, I think that's crazy, and it's completely possible for anyone if you start young. Now, the downside to this is that you will be old, but I'm sure life is a lot easier when you have more money, because money can solve a lot of money problems. Now, you can speed up this process by investing more, and this is a lot easier to do when you make more money. I'm currently investing in between $2,000 and $2,500 a month. Now, this is a lot of money to me. It doesn't leave me with much spending money as I'd like, but it's an investment. Now, this is not fun at all. I'd rather not be doing this, but I'm sure I'll thank myself in the future. By the way, if this video has been helpful so far, hit the like button so that it can reach more people, and not gonna lie, it'll help my channel grow too. Another reason I talk about personal finance for people my age is because for the first few months of my engineering career, I was pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. I had terrible money habits. I had like 5 years of terrible money habits, and they didn't just disappear when I started making more money. So I was making more money than I ever had. I make more money than, not everyone obviously, but more than a significant amount of people. And I thought, damn, if I'm pretty much living paycheck to paycheck, it's likely that a lot of other people are too. And so I want to raise awareness, put out free information. And so I want to teach people the lessons that I've been making and the things that have been working for me. That way that we can all get rich together. So sort of like a disclaimer, I guess, not really a disclaimer, but something that I think is important to say is that I usually talk about like traditional and boring financial advice that you usually hear. So I talk about things like budgeting, living below your means, investing in index funds, things that will make you a millionaire, but until you're way, way older. Well, this is a lot better than being broke when you're in your 50s or in your 60s, which unfortunately a lot of people are. It's not exactly the goal I have for myself. Maybe you are the same way, where you want a lot more money and a lot sooner, but this is something I don't really have experience in. It's something I'm currently working on, and so I don't talk about it, but I thought this was really important to mention. I think that a lot of people that talk about personal finance, they don't mention this, so it's like a do as I do, not as I say kind of thing. So I mean, I do what I talk about, but I also do other things like behind the scenes, like this YouTube channel, a website. I've got some other things I'm currently working on, and this was on my mind recently because I recently read a book called The Millionaire, Fastlane, which I'll link in the description. Through an affiliate link. I guess that's another behind the scenes thing. I think it's a good read. The author really exaggerates a lot, and it's very repetitive, but it gets you thinking of money in different ways, and so I recommend it. Another reason, I think this is reason number 3, that I have this YouTube channel is to share my personal finance journey. I started this YouTube channel when I just barely started being intentional with my money, and I think it'll be really cool to share my journey as I grow rich, and hopefully you guys listen and apply the things that I talk about, and we all grow rich together. And when I learn how to speed up that wealth building process, I'll share it with you guys. And speaking of speeding up the wealth building process, reason number 4 for having this YouTube channel is to speed up that wealth building process. My job pays me well, it has good benefits, I enjoy it for the most part, but I am trading my time for money. The work I do at my job can and will impact tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, but whether it impacts tens of thousands or tens of millions, my salary is my salary. I'm also part of a team. I'm not saying that I individually make a huge impact, but anyway, I get paid once for my work, and at the end of the day, the company owns the work that I do. With my YouTube videos, there is no cap on how much money I can make. There can be a difference in pay whether I impact tens of people or tens of millions of people. The video I put out today can also pay me for many months and years down the road. Reason number 5 for me having this YouTube channel is to diversify my income. It's a little similar to reason number 4, but with this one, it's just, I really don't think it's a good idea to rely on one source of income. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think 74% of US workers are considered at will. And what this means is that you could get fired for any time, for really any reason. I mean, this is oversimplified. I'm obviously not a lawyer, but there are going to be laws that apply. And I think this is really something to keep in mind if you've only got one source of income. Now, I currently don't make any money on YouTube, but when I do, it'll be another source of income, and it'll diversify that. Now, there's absolutely no guarantee that I'll make money on YouTube. At the end of the day, I'm still on YouTube's platform, and this isn't the best way to diversify your income, but it's a start. One thing you can do when you have a YouTube channel is you build an audience, and you can take them off of YouTube, which I think is the goal of a lot of YouTube creators. Now, this is a big reason why a lot of bigger YouTubers like Andre Jig and Graham Stephan, they've got affiliate links, and they've got like their courses they sell. Graham Stephan even has like a coffee company now, and it's to diversify their income. They don't want to be stuck on YouTube, right? They want to go do their own thing, which is completely understandable. It's a really smart thing to do. And this is another thing to keep in mind if you're considering starting a YouTube channel. Now, I'm not the best source for this information, obviously, but just some food for thought. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit more free-flowing than usual. I had my notes here on the side, and that's why I kept looking that way, but I hope you learned something today. It was a little different than usual, and we talked a lot about YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, YouTube told me something. I don't know how correct this is, but they're usually right about these kind of things, but they told me that you'll really like this video, so make sure you check it out.